Hey, and welcome back to Blueprints. Last time we did like a lot of, I guess, investigating into rooms. We've already explored a lot, and it did actually result in like some interesting conclusions. And I would like to continue that today. You know, as always, so we're going to just get some allowance and then pick up the items and check out the outside room. Maybe there's going to be something really cool, right? Like we've seen something about like the grotto, right? Like we've got some more information in there. Apparently we still don't know the last account, but we will probably figure that one out at some point. And I'm also going to continue with my list, so we're going to go back to the whole thing where I'm going to cut like a little bit in between each room. But obviously for now I would like to just make some notes, right? Like go through the thought process that I have everywhere. Now the question is, do I want the tomb or do I want the shelter? The shelter is also really nice, just because then I can check out the red rooms more easily and I don't have to worry about them. I would also pick a wild berry and get like a really random room inside of here. And there are some rooms that would be interesting to have. I don't even know, like, I can't actually look how often I still have the wild berry, so, Like, obviously I have them 3 times today, but like, overall, I think I just want to go check out the shelter again and just make sure, right, like we probably have to check out like the outside rooms as well. There might be some other ones that are really interesting. We could have also taken the tomb to have like an easier way. Well, to be fair, it's probably not an easier way into the main building. But hey, this gives us something. We also have canned water. I'm gonna look around, right? There's also like this painting that I don't quite get, but it might just be like a decorative thing. We have canned veggie soup. I don't know if anything is like really important here. Also, canned water and those water bottles, like the big ones, is that something you would have at the same time? We have like this text here, which was just the information that shelter was removed. Or like it was not removed from like the draft pool, right? While everyone was still there, because they don't really know what that means. Which still is, in my opinion, a really fascinating thing, because it kind of explains that these, like, I guess incorporates the game mechanics into the world lore, which I think is really cool. But overall, I'm not sure if there's like anything else. I don't know if I can, like, I am clicking, you know, as always, I'm trying to click like through everything every once in a while. Just making sure that there's like nothing too scary. We could at least get like an experiment going, you know? Also, we still have like those pages. I'm gonna take like some screenshots during recording here, or like during editing, and that should be fine, just so I have them in case I need them. In any case, let's go to the bomb shelter. We don't care about the time lock self, we've solved that one. Radiation monitor doesn't do anything for us, but the network, it's been so long, but Swan Song still is the right one. And I would like to remote terminal access. And yeah, I would like to check the lab. We could also check security. But like security is also like a better room just from the layout. So I would be more inclined to pick that one later on while drafting anyway over like the lab. But hey, let's do that. And connect to the lab. I would like this experiment to be relatively early. Ideally, I would get more ladders. Because I'm still not sure if we got all the ladders. So experiment setup. We do have... The ladder will be delivered to the main room. We want that. The question is, next few times you open a locked trunk, whenever you draft 2 or more gems drafting a room. I could go for like more expensive rooms. How many rooms are there even that you need like 2 or more gems? I feel like the locked trunk... Okay, let's put it like this. I am unlikely to trigger this one more than 3 times. This is like kind of how I see it currently. So I wouldn't mind saying 3 locked trunks, just because they aren't actually that rare. Like I still don't, like there's one thing that I don't necessarily get. Like sometimes there are like trunks in the main hall. Maybe it was like part of an experiment, maybe I'm just forgetting something. So I would say that could also happen. Immediately would obviously be the safest choice. I'm gonna risk it and say 2 or more gems to draft a room. I'm gonna go for it. That should still happen like at least once. I hope. Would be really sad if it didn't happen, because it took like so long to get like another one of those. It's been like, I know I've tried that like in 20 runs, it feels like, and I never got it after I had gotten like the first 3, right? Like the first few were like really easy, and I feel like some of those letters would be really useful to have. Maybe one of them is going to lead me to a clue to get the last key. I didn't really see anything big in there otherwise, so I'm just gonna note that like in the back of my mind. I'm gonna put that into my list in a bit. But yeah, like we are going to go back to the drafting process. And as I mentioned, I'm just gonna look around certain rooms. And it's going to be fine, right? Like, I'm gonna check the left side again. I don't know why, but I always feel like I'm doing that first. Hallway isn't the worst thing. Kennel would be a better investment though. I'm gonna get the kennel. It's okay. We've had the kennel last time. I don't feel as inclined to look at everything again. And we already have like those pictures here, and also we had like the cat. I feel like I've figured it out. We just need a shovel. Okay. Observatory mail room. I mean, I like the mail room in general. Observatory doesn't do too much for us, but we still need the 50 stars for the last constellation. So I'm gonna go with that one. It's going to be important. And also another room we've already checked, so not too worried about like checking too much again. Like I'm still gonna spend my time as wisely as I can, so I'm not gonna like recheck everything in the room after I've already put it into my notes, which obviously are open like on the side for me. The sail, the key, and Floralis bloom in the sky. Oh yeah, there's more gems in green rooms. That's the thing, like the special green flowers. And also, look at that. The sail. I'm trying to figure out if this is actually also a hint for something else, because like the way the waves work out are just really confusing to me. Is this supposed to be a river? And then you have like a boat like somewhere in the distance? I don't know what this is supposed to be, right? Yeah, it's kind of confusing to me. And it seems like this is just like mirrored in the middle, right? Like this pattern goes like this, and this one goes like this. So I'm not too sure about it. But knowing this game, there's probably something in there, because everything kind of just seems off in a weird way. I can definitely see some of those seagulls, like clearly, but what even is this? It's just like a perspective thing? Like I would assume that this is a seagull, but I just can't see the shape. Gonna be completely honest. And maybe if I zoom in at some point. Maybe I should zoom in, right? Like we do know that we need the magnifying glass again once I get the other drafting room, so this is going to be interesting. Here I'm just gonna take the dining. Could also get the reading nook. No, let's get the dining room. Just have a 3-way here, which gives us more options for like the entrance hall. Get this item. I'm gonna look around here and get. This is like a new room since I started my list. This is the E, right? Like we have like some of those plans that actually tell us the letters that we need, which is really useful. I'm still gonna look at everything very thoroughly, because again, while editing, I'm actually taking like additional notes. It's a bit easier than doing everything like during the recording, even though it's like kind of a mix. Like some things I actually note while doing it, just so I don't forget. I'm just gonna go further north. Pantry, commissary. I don't really need a utility closet here. Let's just take a berry. You know, I like berries. It's the vault again. I mean, commissary would be nice now. I like money. This is not really like an expensive room. Oh wait, this is not a card I really care about. And otherwise, there isn't really anything in here that I can pick up each time, right? Yeah, it's just that stuff. But we've kind of looked at everything already last time. So I'm just going to accept that and continue onwards. And on the left, Rotunda would at least give us like the 3 over here. We would get a rotatable thing on the other side. Is it worth it though? We would also just get the utility closet. I'm going to get the utility closet here. It's a dead end, but you know, can't hurt. I like this room. Keycard, entry system. I have to put that off, right? Like, it's been so many months since I last did that. Gym, we will turn off. The dark room we can leave on, and the garage we turn on. I still don't know what the cabinet is. Like, there's a part of me that theorizes that room 8 is the cabinet. But yeah, we also have like the stairs and the stars. We have this fan going, but otherwise there isn't like too much in here. Like, we could solve the puzzle again, but I would have to look up the solution again. And I am not quite sure if that's like that important. But then again, this room is also one that we are probably going to encounter a few more times during our playthroughs. Also, I can't forget that I guess I can't believe that I forgot this. Not that I forgot that I believed this, but hey, we have to pet the dog. It's important. Like, why do we even have the cannon if not to pet the dogs? Oh, 2 dogs. Oh. That's still something new. I feel like this is the first time we had 2 dogs to pet. But yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that, and then we are going to continue northward. Tunnel to just go to the antechamber. But then we would completely lose the left way. But then again, this is actually cool if you get like some drafting effects. I'm gonna get like 2 of those. I feel like getting 2 isn't too bad. We also have a trunk. Brighton Bridge. I'm gonna waste the key, because we could always get a sledgehammer, right? And, ooh, yeah, okay, some dice. It's probably worth it. I'm just going to use 1 key. If I get like another trunk, I'm not gonna use that one. Otherwise, it's just a land. That's why that's open. Anything else hidden about? I don't think so. I'm actually kind of curious. I don't know if I've ever tried to come to the tunnel from the side. Like, if I have like a doorway that goes to the left, like, right, like if you go up and then to the left into the tunnel, how that would look like? Maybe it's just boarded up. That's like the most likely thing. This is actually kind of terrible. Do I redraw here? No, wait, I wanted to go 2 up because it should still be quite possible to continue afterwards. The rod and the road. Okay. Otherwise, it's kind of the same. A dig spot. And this time, though, I would like to go to the left. We do have the den. I'm fine with the den. And then we can probably find some cool things. We have, looked at the den multiple times already. I would be surprised, at least, if there was anything new in here. This is still like one of those things that I don't get. There's probably something in this painting that I just don't get. Right, it might be like a flower. It's just like a very common somewhere, while I just don't get it. And yeah, the stage is probably something. I don't know. Again, I might need to spend another hour with a thesaurus or something like that. That's always fun. Ooh. I want this drafting studio, but I wouldn't mind the chapel just to get like the room that's like below here. And also we do have the thing where we don't pay like the cost currently. To be fair, it's like 1 coin. I don't care about that cost, but we are sheltered. So we can get more coins. And I just like this room. Kinda neat, Very decorated, even though I still would like to remove whatever this is to actually look at what's behind. That's like something that has been bothering me for so long, and I wouldn't be surprised if it is somehow possible to move that one. We do have the drafting studio again. I'm gonna get it. It costs 2 gems, but we want to pay 2 gems anyway. So we have the mail. We still have this one, right? Like this is just here every single time. That's really important. And we have the blue note that this is for Friday, January the 8th. We do have the book, but I feel like I already have like a copy of that somewhere, but I'm gonna look through it again. We can't click at that. We don't have any tools to break in a wall. So I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'm just gonna, while I'm here, quickly look through all of the pages just so I have like in a recording and can, take my own notes while editing. I feel like we've done so before, but since I'm doing like a new set of notes, it's a lot easier to do it like that. I don't think that this holds any information. Like we had those two, right? Like to get the names of the angels. I remember that one. I don't think this drawing hides something else in here. Right, like if I had a magnifying glass, I might be able to figure something out here now that I think about it. Right, like we have the 6 doors here, like the 7 technically, right? Like you have like 8 in here in the Great Hall. Does this one tell me anything? I don't think I see anything specific. This is a standard bedroom. This is the one where we have the floor already broken open, just because there's like some puzzle in there still that I don't get. Just real quick rechecking. Okay, this is all the drawings. I'm just gonna accept that, right? Doesn't actually matter. Also, still don't really know what this is. Right? There's again something like I still think it's like something like a tier or something like that, and this is then a tie, right? But then again, I don't know. Now let's check out the other passage. As always, you know, you have to be willing to do that. Do I want to take the garage? Not at the hallway, so the closet doesn't get like anything extra. I think the commissary is fine. I kind of want to get the garage, okay? But I still want to do the thing that I've talked about, where I get the garage after I get the secret room, like the secret garden, because I want to see if like the passageway or the pathway does something funny with that. I don't think it's possible, but that does mean that the garage is in our pool. Let's get the commissary. We might get the sledgehammer. We have so much money, right? Yes, they can't use the dirigy blocks. No! Why are you taunting me so? I'm also not sure about like these. Right? I don't know if I'm supposed to buy cigarettes here, but like this seems kind of low for that. So it might just be something else. Don't think this is supposed to be like a jukebox or anything, right? Like they tend to have like a different design. But what do I know? Staff notice, we do know about that one, and we've also gotten Swan Song order here. This is a false note. Card without car, okay. And we have to say, oh yeah, we have to say, completely forgot about that one. Salt shaker, that's nice. A compass, it's fine, I guess. I'm still gonna just get like all of the items. I don't know if the sledgehammer actually by itself would be enough to break open a wall. I don't think so. You know, but it doesn't hurt. And we also now have a shovel. So it could be interesting. I'm just gonna check this one out. Yeah, I still believe like if anything were to do, like if anything happened with that wall here, I would probably at least need the stronger version. Right, so I'm fine with that. I'm just rechecking, right? Like you never know. Also blackboard if you are not outside. I don't know if I noted that before, but I feel like it would be weird to have like something hidden on that window basically, right? Where you have like a chance that something happens. Okay, that's actually a lie. Like this game constantly has like the situation where things change depending on the position where you draft a room. So I don't know why I'm thinking about that. I guess I'm just wrong. Okay then, next room. Clock tower, we could get the mail room. Could also gamble. Let's gamble. I like gambling every once in a while. Ooh, ballroom, that's fine. We've had the ballroom last time and we're getting some steps. We've already taken like all of the notes. I'm quite sure that there isn't anything right now that I can do anything with. I could get this passageway, which would give us the second piece of mail, and I can just step backwards, get 2 gems back, and that's actually perfect. This one needs something. I can't use you because you need to be powered on. Security would be nice at this point. I'm just gonna go further north. Ooh, reading nook to get a key. Bedroom to go to the right side. I could get the casino and gamble like 50 coins. It's actually not too bad an idea, because, yeah, get some mail in the mail room. I can get 2 more gems since I'm still very close. Like, it is probably worth to trade those steps in. Then we can get a lot of money here. Not enough for, like, the 100 spin. What's the most expensive one? Was it 100 or 200? Wager 100. Could get a lot of stuff. Wager 20 for some gems. There are 2 free spins on there. Ooh. I could wager 100 though. I actually do have enough. I do have enough. Ha. I for some reason thought there wasn't enough on the table, but hey, what do I know? I wouldn't wager 100 while I'm only at 101. So let's just continue. That's actually not too bad an idea, right? Okay, maybe it is a bad idea because I don't actually have the opportunity to continue this way. I'm gonna go back because, like, if I gamble now for 100 and get like a bunch of gems, then I would feel really bad at this point. Right, because I would have to lose all of them. So instead I'm gonna dig up some stuff and I'm gonna check out the east side of the estate. That should be reasonable, I'd say. And then we're going to find something. We do have the workshop. I wouldn't mind the workshop. And we're getting the lab as well. I'm not the biggest fan of that, just because, you know, we've already gotten the connection there. But the workshop would be nice, especially if I get the lever. Oh wait, I still need the battery. This is E, pin, pine, yeah. That does still make some sense. Can I use the compass and... That's a dowsing rod? That doesn't do anything. The lever also doesn't do anything. Yeah, I need like 1 more piece, right? Is the dowsing rod worth it? I'm gonna leave it for now. I don't feel like it's really that worth it. Parlor or mail room? I think... Okay, here's the thing. I don't think the letters will be delivered today, right? So I'm gonna go for the parlor instead. No, let's go for the reading nook. I like the parlor game, but we technically have the trophy already, right? Am I misremembering that? I feel like we've already gotten the trophy, so there's like no real need in continuing that one, except for the gems, but we technically have infinite gems here. So I'm not that worried about that, but we've had the reading nook before. We have the tag and the stack, yeah. And we have the library. I'm gonna get the library for the rare rooms and to... Oh! That's perfect, I actually wanted that. Magnifying glass, okay. We definitely have to return to somewhere. I'm gonna get a new clue the next time I'm here. I feel like this is too important to not get. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna check my statistics. It's been so long since I've checked my statistics, right? Records? 68 hours, wow. Like, if you think about it, the average day is like over an hour. And inheritance we've gotten after 20 hours. Oh wait, completely forgot. Like, we have gotten the deed, but technically we've had the inheritance for a lot longer, right? Like, explicitly. So, that kind of makes sense that nothing really changed. We've taken a lot of steps, allowance of 50, yeah, that's cool. I've drafted so many more red rooms than shops. Wow. Okay. Puzzle records? Yeah, Palos solved 48. Like, I still feel like there's at least one missing that I should have actually solved. But that wasn't in my list. Like, I definitely know that I missed like at least 1 or 2, I think. Where I just didn't see the solution. Billiards, we have 27. I think it was like 40 that I need, right? We still need to figure out the art gallery, but we have gotten some hints there, right? So like the next time I draft those, I'm gonna have to like make a note similar to what I did with the log in the underground, where I just write down like every single letter that it could be and then work up from there. We have that stuff. Armory, yeah, I'm always getting the armory because like I'm getting the armory when I'm explicitly looking for it. Kind of makes sense. Den is one of my favorite ones, yeah. Library is also reasonable that I spent like a lot of time in here. Clock tower, I mean... Oh yeah, the puzzle itself counts as a clock tower, and I've also spent time waiting in there, so it makes sense that it's here. Dowsing rod like doesn't actually explain to me what exactly those things do, and it's been too long for me to remember the explicit thing. I think the dowsing rod just told me where I get more items, right? Like before drafting a room or something like that. But yeah, it's been some time. We've already looked at all of those closer, right? At Arias Yanna. The eastern region. Or Rain. Wait a second. Isn't Et just eastern? Is Yenna just Rain then? Maybe I'm overthinking this, right? Because we have seen Yenna with like some of the statues in the... not the hallway. That one, right? Like the one with the hands. It doesn't actually matter here. It's like a title. Okay, so Yenna is the title probably. I'm gonna write that down in a moment, but that could help me with like translating some stuff still. The White Sea of Yor, yeah. Morajay. And we do have that symbol with like the blue. Do the dots mean anything? Wait. I'm gonna have to open my docs here. Just briefly, because I don't think I've solved that one yet, right? Maybe the pattern is actually important that there are so many dots like on the side of that. I have the software open on my other screen. I'm gonna move it over here. And as always, I try to show you guys more about my thought process here. But we do have those dots. But I don't think that there are any other dots, right? In here. The only dots are like the color ones. We have that for Mora Jai, maybe, because I don't think we had like blue. The small dots, and we already have like the black one. And those are the only ones that are really dots, unless those modes might work. I'll put like a question mark in there, wait. Where's my mouse? Over here. Yeah, I'm gonna put like a question mark here just because of what I just found, right? Like the dots, they are kind of suspicious in my opinion, right? Like that's the only reason why I'm thinking about that. Because otherwise I had this mode in here, right? Like the star mode as like a theory. What was the star about again? I should have written that down. It doesn't actually matter right now. But you know, it might help. What about this then? I don't think that this one really holds anything, right? Like I can see like the snow in here. Because I'm quite sure that this isn't something we had figured out before, right? Like we are still missing something when it comes to the different regions. And like Vera Shores, for example, right? Like I've said like turtleback riding, but maybe this is just not the main way of transport, for example. Things like that, right? Arch areas we've had. Rinda areas we also have had. And I'm quite sure that we've had this one. Right? It's like rainy on there. Different lakes, I do recall. I'm gonna have to think about that in the future. It could also be like... No, Mercantile isn't really something that we've had in our list, right? Yeah, I'm quite sure we didn't. Well, in any case, I'm gonna leave. Where we spent enough time on this. And instead... do I return now or do I return later? Do I first draft this one? I'm gonna draft this from room first. Treasure trove. Oh, that's amazing. We need those. Like, we have not seen one in quite some time. Okay, this is a white box. I'm gonna open like the rules in a second, but we're also getting a lot of money. And like the money increases every time we come here, so we can actually gamble. And I still have like some money left in case I need something later on. Alright, lose a key. And we get a red one. The true treasure of the trove is not in this room. But it's a printed one, so the... Wait a second. I'm gonna have to open the notes. It's at the bottom of my list. So just for the people who have not seen that, there are like some different notes, right? This is my notes currently for all the rooms. This is for translations. I have like stuff in here, and this is like my notes that I have not physically done, but instead do like on my PC. This is something for that, for example, like a rules according to the treasure trove. Green memos. 2 treasure of the trove is not in the house, but it's a green card in a blue box with the sun. So we didn't know about that. So I guess green cards are false if they're in blue boxes or with the sun. Something like that. This is probably a lie. Like I did write that down, that this might be a lie. This might be double lie with the 2 realms of the same color banner. It's a handwritten one, right? And handwritten ones, if they are lies, they can be like double lies. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to assume that this one is a lie for now. Once I write that down, but so there is a true treasure inside of this room. But then again, we had like another note that said something about like outside, like maybe, like my belief is still that if I get the right thing. I mean, there are like actually multiple things that I could see happening here. One is, once I reach like enough gold in here, I'm getting like an additional treasure. The next one is, maybe I can break something apart. There's like some secret here. There are like a lot of things it could be, because we do have the sledgehammer right now. So maybe you're allowed to break like some vases or something like that. Maybe I can interact with something here that I have never tried to interact with. Stuff like that. It could also just be like, once I have like enough money on here, that I get like an additional treasure. There are like a lot of things it could be. I don't think that there's like a secret up there. You're getting some information here as well. What am I hearing? I just raised the volume for me by a lot, and I'm guessing it's just like the fire from like the torches. Maybe I'm just overthinking this. I'm always suspicious that I can actually go into like, I guess, the treasure down here. I don't think I can do anything with the globe. I don't think this box is that important, but I'm, you know, just checking. Like, there are some theories that I have, and like one of the theories is still I want to bring this room outside. But, you know, that has time. We can do that, you know, whenever I get the blessing, because it requires a specific blessing for me to do that. It's, I think, a monk one, and I still don't know how to get that one. And with that, I'm gonna continue here. I would like something else. And we still have like the passageway, right? Let's just take the mail room and see if I get something right now. Do I get the hallway? I get the hallway. Like, I'm not gonna risk it. I would like to have like some more opportunities. Also, I want to check if... Okay, the tunnel is actually not special in that way. Like, if I see the tunnel from the side, then nothing happens. We still know about that one. We have the clock and the lock, I'm guessing. And we have more passageways. Drawing room doesn't help me here. I mean, I can redraw something, but it's like not the most important thing. But then again, I can get more gems if I return, right? So I don't really care that much about that. We do have the drawing floor plans, that's fine. We have like this note. We do know that if I move you, that I can get the save. But this is not the save that I care about currently. I care about the save in one of the other drafting rooms, because I don't know how to open this one yet. But it's cool that we can get like more notes to help us out with that stuff. I'm not gonna continue. I would like to have the redraft for when I have more gems, because I currently have 0. So I guess I'm just gonna not continue, but return to the beginning. I say the beginning, but I want to return to the drafting studio and check out whether I can actually use the magnifying glass. Because otherwise, this has been for naught, I guess. So I did get some gems, and can I? I can. Clear. Huh? This is just another save? You can't tell me that. That's silly. Okay. Maybe 1107? Okay, it's not the start where we began. Maybe today? Wait, January, so like, you do it the other way around, right? So, 0108? That's not it. Okay, I genuinely had hoped that I could figure it out. I thought this would help me with the big save, not the other way around. It's definitely not 4 ones. 4452, it's not really a date, but like this is like all the apples that I can see here, where it's like 3442. I mean, it's again not a date, which is like the thing that kind of confuses me about this. Maybe this is 15 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. I don't think it would be like the fallen down ones as well, right? But like in both cases we have like too much, right? Like we have like 13, like this 8, 13 hanging, and we have like all of those hanging, and it's also more than 13. Or 9? Okay, I'm literally just guessing. I wouldn't know how to combine that stuff here. Okay, I genuinely had hoped that I would make progress on that puzzle at least, but I guess not. Sometimes, sometimes you're just lost. And there isn't actually the solution that you've hoped for, but at least I found another puzzle, right? This is like the major thing that I'm so, I guess, so curious about, right? Like there's so many puzzles that I've missed, but I can actually go through my list. I feel like I had like a list somewhere. April 12th was the rejection of blueprints. Also not important. Okay, this basically just means that we have this one. Maybe it has the same code as the other one, which would be funny, but I don't know what I would be finding in there, because I don't think a whole node would fit inside. But hey, what do I know? I guess we're going north then. And we're going gambling? Wait, that's the wrong direction. We have one big spin for today, so we are going to use that. 100? Wager. We are going to win 100% of the time, clearly. Oh. I thought we had the 2 free spins, but alas. We get nothing. Well, now we're poor. I don't know which direction I'm gonna go. I guess I'm just gonna stay... You know what? I would actually like to reach the foundation. Just because there's like no real reason behind that. But since we are kind of running out of steps... Boudoir? We do have like a few drafting ones that would be fine, but boudoir would actually be useful because we only have 16 steps, but we do have a mask. And we have gotten the save in here, right? We had solved that one because it was like a Christmas one. I don't think it's actually on my list that we had saved that one. I'm just gonna, as always, look at the note so I can take some screenshots later on. Daniel's not coming over for Christmas. Understandable. And this one is like the coast and the tag. I still don't really know how they are related. There's like necklace also probably isn't quite it. Not quite sure. I could see us being able to play music here at some point, but we would need like a music disc for that. And I have not seen any vinyls around, gonna be completely honest. We had this one, but we have kind of solved that already. And I'm fine with that. What else could we see? Not really anything, right? Like, I always want to smash some vases when I see them, but alas, I am not able to. One marquee, this might be the last one that we can really use. We do have a corridor though. Would at least bring us to the foundation. But I don't think I can open the foundation. Like, I do have a shovel, right? But from what I remember, a tie and a clock. But from what I remember, it doesn't actually work like that. We do have the armory we could get. Money I don't care about. The rook I don't really care about. Actually, Gambit could work out. Like, it's some steps, but I would like to get like a key. And if this one's, for example, open. Okay. This is locked, that's too bad. But if that's open, I can actually get some keys. Nail, obviously. I don't think that there's anything underground that I care about currently. Oh, turnip. I mean, the turnip is nice. But I'm kind of stuck now. I need to go back to the drawing room now because it's the only thing I can do. Would have been nice to not have to walk here though. Do I care about the underground currently? I don't think that there's anything I can do down there. At least at this moment, right? Like, we would just kind of waste some steps. I'm just gonna continue with this run. For now... I guess it would have been better had I gotten... what's it called? Oh, wait. I want to look at this one with my magnifying glass. I don't think that there's anything... In Eclipse Ball 1952? I mean, 1952 could also work like as a date. Like, I know it's just a year, but it's like 4 digits long, so I wouldn't be like too surprised. Wait, what's that smudge? I'm kind of confused. Like, my original thought was like a feather? Like, very loosely, I could see some lips there, right? But I don't think that's quite it, but it's not really a finger or anything, right? I'm imagining things, and this just seems kind of weird. But yeah, like, I'm gonna think about like 1952. Maybe you can put that one somewhere. I'm always trying for those, right? Like, it did say 8 dates, open 8 safes or something like that, whatever the message was. It was like at least like similar to that. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is important somehow, right? I don't think that there was anything on here, right? Like, the notes are still the same. Yeah, I'm just gonna assume. I feel like this would be something I would have checked before. But maybe I'm just wrong. You know what? I'm probably just wasting some steps, but hey. I am already here. 1952. What's another date that would make sense? We could say... I do have that written down somewhere. Wait. That's the only one that's safe. Wait. There's the staff announcement, which was... No, November the 7th is already when we started, right? Yeah. I had written down some dates. But I guess I had written all of them down on my paper here. November the 4th. What's November the 4th about? I don't remember. It's just written down in my notes. I do have another note from the recordings, basically. It's 0209 in 87. Could also be like the other way around. Where Mary had something in her hand, like in the recordings, like the hidden recordings that we had found. What about October the 7th in 93? I was trying both directions. There's something about the excavation. 0702? 0207? I think we're talking about like back in the day there were like some excavations. This is just today. We already had 1128. Wasn't it the one that we used outside? I'm literally just trying like all of the dates that I know about. But I am not finding anything. What date was... Oh wait, this is for another game. What date was the will written? I feel like I had written that down somewhere. But hey, I have not found it. To be fair, magnifying glass isn't the hardest thing to find. So I'm not too worried about like skipping that for now. At least we found another save. Like a proper save, apparently. Unless you're telling me that there's like something hidden in this calendar. Because if there is, then I'd be surprised. I don't really see anything. Right, like I would still assume that if there was something hidden in here, that it would be noticeable enough that you could find it just by looking over it, right? But what do I know? This game has been rather cryptic at times. Well then. That's fine. I'm just gonna accept that. We have the drafting. Oh wait, we've already looked at that one, but I'm gonna, you know, more closely look at the pictures for just a moment. Like not too deep, but at least deep enough that I am, you know, briefly glancing at everything that could be inside, but I feel like these probably don't hide too much. Like it is noticeable that this one door is apparently open, but it could just be like the drawing style, just because, you know, that's kind of how it works. Also, there are like 2 lamps here and only 1 here. Huh. Next time I get that one, I might just click at all the, you know, all the lamps. Maybe there's like something. But it might also just be like an oversight while drawing. Okay. And this one, we've already had that one, right? Dauja and Lydia. You know, you probably don't hide like too many secrets in like the same book. But again, what do I know? This game had so many secrets that I completely missed, so I would be stupid to ignore it. Well then, we can only go backwards to the drawing room, and this is probably where we get the last few drawings then, right? I mean, it would be nice to get the mail room, but then again, we are probably going to have to check the mail room next time properly. But that should be doable, right? I'm not too worried about that. We could build something. You know what? Let's build the dowsing rod. I forgot what exactly dowsing rod does, but we will figure it out again. I feel like it was just like more items or something like that, and showed us where items are. While drafting, dowsing rod points towards rooms that may contain more items today than usual. Okay, that's how this works, but it also means that we can't dig anymore. Don't know if that's bad. We still have like this note here. Right, we've already figured out how like the billiard puzzle works. With like addition, subtraction, division. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I might just be stupid. And the chamber is sealed from all sides, yeah. Sinclair's many something secrets that he will take to his grave. Sinclair has many something secret. Many here secret? Sure, let's just go with that. Okay then, I guess we've made the note that I want to continue here. This is rumbling a lot. I'm gonna touch like all the torches here. Also, look at that armor. I should be able to wear that one. It's probably going to improve my steps dramatically. Very, very much drastically, I would assume. Anyway. I guess it's drafting time. If we still don't know this one. I mean, I could just try stuff, right? 1107, but we've had that one before, right? Like, I would be surprised if this just worked now. There is probably something in there. It might be more related to the paper one than anything else, but I just don't see it currently. So, this is also locked. Okay, I guess we're done. There's literally nothing for us to do anymore, but that's fine. I guess sometimes you just need to do that. Do we know what happens if I sleep in the boudoir? Because I don't, and I don't even know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, we can't even reach that point. Alright, how about we sleep outside on the streets? That's reasonable. No, I guess I'm gonna sleep here. That's fine. Like, we can't reach a bedroom. That's just the way it is. I don't have any keys anymore. I've gambled away my money. And we've only confirmed that the safe that we found last time isn't actually a solution. It is a puzzle in itself. And that's also valuable in a way, right? Anyway, I'm gonna call it a day. You know, this has been an adequate run. Again, I don't expect there to be many revelations per run. But I am not 100% sure where to take everything, but I feel like I'm definitely making progress with my more thorough search that I'm doing these days again. I'm just missing, like, I feel like I'm missing this little breakthrough at one point. And then everything else is going to kind of collapse, and I'm going to get, like, breakthrough after breakthrough after breakthrough. I hope. But I might be completely wrong about that. Anyway, 88 steps taken, rank 8 reached. I could have just gone to the dining room before. That would have been probably easier because I did reach the foundation, right? Well, that was stupid. But then again, what would I have done? I did not have any keys. I didn't draft anything here. I did get the Queen's Gambit, but since I never reached the West Wing, I wasn't able to do anything. It's sad, but hey, it's going to be fine for the next run. In any case, I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I wish you a wonderful rest of your day. I'll be seeing you next time. Till then, have a good one, and bye-bye.